Welcome back. This is Atul Anand, and we will be covering now the section 2, which is all about implementing and managing the cloud computing. So, in the first section, we covered about the fundamentals of cloud principle, and as we say, EXIN Cloud Foundation exam comprises of 5 sections. The first section, which we covered just before the break, was all about the cloud principles. So, in that, we discussed what are the concepts of cloud, how the cloud has evolved over a period of time, what are the different types of cloud deployment model, what are the different types of cloud service model. So, when we discussed the cloud deployment model, it was all about the we talked about private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. And when we discussed about the cloud service model, we talked about the various types of services, which can be software as service, platform as service, and then infrastructure as service. And then subsequently, we also discussed how the cloud computing got evolved over a period of time, from the likes of mainframes to the likes of mini computers, microcomputers, personal computers, virtualizations. So how the compute has changed over a period of time and how the overall network has transformed over a period of time. And when all these two elements of compute and network combine together helps us to get the cloud world which we presently see it across. After that, we discussed in brief about the different types of cloud architecture. We discussed what are the different types of cloud architecture which we can think of using. And in the end, we discuss about the benefits and the limitation of cloud computing. So just before going for a break, we almost concluded 32.5% weightage of the exam. And now we will be embarking on the second section, which is all about implementing and managing the cloud computing. So this module, as we see, comprises of almost 20% of the course, and uh, this module basically have two main elements. The first thing is building the local cloud environment, and then we will also discuss the principle of managing the cloud services. So with that, let's start with the section 2. So in section 2, if we see the overview and implementation of cloud computing, we can clearly find that cloud, if you are thinking of implementing cloud, you need to be very clear that what are the kind of standards which you are going to use, what are the kind of tools which you are going to use, what would be your backup strategy, how are you going to get the overall support for the kind of environment, what kind of local area network configuration you will require, how the users are going to connect to the environment, what kind of web-based application support you will be connecting across. So all these basic elements of portability, uniform user experience, the kind of tools, the kind of backup mechanism, the kind of overall support elements. So all these has to be considered when you are trying to implement and manage your cloud computing environment in your organization. These are the fundamental important aspects which has to be considered as part of your whole journey. So these are relatively the most important things which has to be considered as you see and fundamentally agree to these aspects.